is News 3 Now at 6.
This week was DHS officials will have 115,000 first doses to distribute to vaccinators, which is a 64% increase from mid-January.
However, that allotment is still not enough to match requests vaccinators are making.
We had over 500 vaccine providers request 350,000 doses last week. So we will continue to advocate for more allotment from the federal government.
DHS officials say 47% of Wisconsin residents ages 65 and older have received at least their first dose of the vaccine. 178 Wisconsin Walgreens locations that are part of the federal retail pharmacy program are receiving twice as much vaccine this week than last. Earlier this month, the Journal-Sentinel reported that when 18,000 doses first arrived at the Walgreens locations on February 12th, it took only 3 days to use them all. This time around, the Walgreens locations will be receiving more than 35,000 doses. You can schedule an appointment at walgreens.com/vaccine.
6.3% of Wisconsinites have completed the COVID-19 vaccination series. 14% of residents have gotten at least one shot. In Dane County, 9.5% of residents have gotten both shots. Almost 17% now have gotten at least one dose. And DHS officials are opening 4 additional community-based vaccination sites throughout the state. Governor Evers says the clinics will be located in La Crosse County, Racine County, and Marathon County, with the 4th site split between Douglas and Barron counties. DHS officials say those locations were chosen to address gaps in vaccination efforts. They're expected to open in the next 2 months. The state's first community vaccination site opened in Rock County last week. All Wisconsinites who are currently eligible for the shot can schedule an appointment at any of the clinics, regardless of where they live.
Health officials confirmed 566 new COVID cases across the state today. That's below the 7-day rolling average of 604. 33 people have died. In the last 24 hours, more than 19,000 people have been vaccinated. Let's check your first warn forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Well, it's nice to be able to throw a few snowballs around here. The snow is actually packing because it's melting a little bit on top. Haven't had to say that for quite a while. Temperatures have been below freezing, but today we hit the 40s. And as we take a look at the live view from the Edgewater Skycam, skies are mostly cloudy, but it's a thin overcast. There are a few sprinkles of rain up to the north of Madison and a few flurries of snow farther to the north. We could see a sprinkle or flurry at some point during the overnight hours, but it shouldn't amount to very much. High temperatures today, middle 40s in Madison. 46 was the official high. Milwaukee almost at 50. They hit 49 degrees. La Crosse is at 46. And right now temperatures have dropped into the upper 30s to around 40. Madison still at 40, as is Lone Rock. Boscobel's at 42. Over the next 12 hours, those temperatures dropping to the middle 30s and then staying there for much of the night. So that means we'll be above freezing overnight into tomorrow morning. Look for a low of 33 and a high tomorrow. Not quite as mild as today, but still around 38 with more sunshine in the afternoon. Later on, we'll take a look at a forecast. It includes a little bit of snow, but at least more comfortable temperatures.
Wisconsin wide receiver Quintez Cephas is suing the university over a sexual assault investigation that resulted in his temporary expulsion in 2018. Cephas seeks unspecified damages in the federal lawsuit filed today. He accuses the school of breach of contract and of violating his due process rights. Cephas was expelled and suspended from the football team following the sexual assault charges and was later reinstated after he was acquitted at trial.
A Madison police spokesperson says a shooting victim who was dropped off at a Madison clinic this afternoon has died from his injuries.
When the van pulled in, I saw a guy running in, and he screamed loud, "I need help, I need help." And then another one got out and ran that way. So the one that came in was just screaming like, you know, real scared.
The 29-year-old man had a life-threatening gunshot wound to the chest when he arrived at UW Health's Union Corners Clinic. Clinic staff performed CPR on the man. Then EMS workers took him to the hospital, where he later died of his injuries. That shooting took place in Sun Prairie, so the Sun Prairie Police Department is leading the investigation with assistance from the Madison PD. Developing tonight, the Dane County Medical Examiner has identified the person who died in a house fire in Blue Mounds last week. 68-year-old Scott Wiley was pronounced dead at the scene. His death was caused by injuries sustained in the fire. Additional testing is underway. That fire happened on West Irby Road. A person driving past saw flames, called 911. There's no word on the cause of the fire.
Crime in Janesville last year was the lowest it's been in at least 35 years. According to Police Chief David Moore, 2020 saw a 2% decrease in violent crime and a 12% decrease in property crime. Chief Moore says the pandemic did play a role, but added that the department is concerned that people staying home has caused an increase in unreported domestic violence issues.
Children that may come in harm's way. The school oftentimes is able to identify that for us, and with children being home more, that could reduce some of those reports as well.
Crime rates were down, homicides were up. There were 4 homicides in the first 3 months of 2020. Usually the city sees between 0 and 2 homicides per year. There's no doubt the state's unemployment system needs fixing. Republicans and Democrats compromised on that today.
They agreed the pandemic revealed some huge problems, and they finally took action, but that's about where the agreement ends. Naomi Cole's live at the Capitol to explain.
The Assembly's vote today allows the state to start taking steps towards overhauling that antiquated unemployment computer system. The governor has signaled that he'll sign this bill. However, both parties are still fighting about whose fault the backload was. It was all politics before the Assembly session this afternoon.
There have been many missed opportunities and a lack of urgency by the Evers administration to address many of the issues with unemployment insurance that we have seen throughout the pandemic.
But the bill passing unanimously today represents a rare sign of bipartisanship for the divided legislature. Thousands of people waited months for unemployment claims as a massive backlog built up last year. Some people are still waiting.
So there were good things in there that we needed to get done now. We left a lot on the table, or I should say Republicans did, that would have helped speed things up, and we will keep pushing those ideas forward.
The bill waives the 1-week waiting period, allows the state to seek bids to fix the computer system, but it doesn't provide new funding.
I mean, it was disappointing that the bill did not include funding, but oftentimes we will start the process so that when the funding does come in the budget and gets deliberated by the Joint Finance Committee, hopefully it'll be ready to go.
It requires the DWD to seek federal funding and then go back to ask the legislature if needed. The governor has set aside $80 million in his budget plan for this. Republicans, however, blame the unemployment problems on the agency, not the system.
Legislation before us today provides a very simple and easy roadmap for the governor to finally move forward at DWD.
Help. It's not the computer system that they're still waiting out there waiting to be adjudicated. It's the DWD.
Ultimately, the bill is just a start.
Well, the reality is a big part of the problem with unemployment insurance in Wisconsin is that there are just still too many obstacles.
The bill also includes limited liability protection for schools, businesses, and governments against COVID-19 lawsuits, and that's been on Republican wish lists for a long time.
All right, Naomi Cole's live at the Capitol tonight. Naomi, thank you. Republican lawmakers have introduced a series of bills designed to make it more difficult to vote absentee in Wisconsin. The effort comes after former President Trump made unfounded claims of widespread voter fraud after his narrow loss to President Biden in the state of Wisconsin. Governor Evers is all but certain to veto the bills if they pass the Republican-controlled legislature. City of Madison is considering plans that would drastically change Westtown Mall as we know it. Christina Laurie explains the possible plans and why they are dividing people within the city.
Today I got both Ben Zellers, a Madison city planner, and District 9 Alder Paul Skidmore on the same Zoom call, and quickly realized they have very different visions when it comes to reimagining Westtown Mall. Westtown Mall could someday look like this. More office buildings, apartments, bike paths, sidewalks, parks, and less, well, mall.
Excited's not the word I would use.
What's being proposed by Madison city planners isn't just a redevelopment of Westtown. It's a complete overhaul.
It's really just allowing for and providing a framework for a diversity of uses as kind of the retail landscape changes.
Right now, these are ideas, part of the city's Odana area plan, a reimagining of more than 1,000 acres of land, from Mineral Point Road in the Beltline to the eastern edge of Research Park.
We've seen different malls transition to different uses, both locally and nationally.
While it's no secret malls have been struggling for years, COVID has certainly sped that process up. Coresight Research estimates 25% of America's remaining 1,000 malls will close in the next 3 to 5 years. Zellers isn't ready to put Westtown in that category.
We hope that they're successful as they continue on and re-tenant and add new stores like Von Maur.
But speaking of Von Maur, that's one of Alder Skidmore's biggest concerns. The department store is scheduled to open in the place of the old Boston store in fall of 2022. But some of the city's plans show an extended Odana Road, plowing right through that part of the mall.
Many of my colleagues seem to forget that the Ninth District has the largest assessed valuation within the city of all the districts.
Alder Skidmore says his primary concern with all of this is economic, and he's worried about the businesses, the employees, and the amount of money that losing a mall could generate within our community. The city says it plans to hear everyone out before moving forward and making any permanent plans. But for now, reporting in Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
These plans are scheduled to be discussed during the city's Plan Commission meeting in 2 weeks.
Coming up next at 6, Wisconsin lawmakers discuss the importance of teaching students about the Holocaust. A Senate committee discusses an education requirement bill that has already passed the Assembly. We're coming back right after this.
Stoughton Health reminds you to protect yourself from COVID-19. Clean your hands often, disinfect frequently touched surfaces, avoid close contact, especially with the sick. And if you're sick, stay home unless seeking medical care and wear a mask. From Stoughton Health, protect yourself and others.
There's still time to save big because Steinhoffel's President's Day sale has been extended. Take 35% off store-wide, plus get an extra $100 off and great deals like any size Sealy mattress, $99. This leather reclining sofa, only $7.99. 5-piece dining set, $7.49. A queen bed, just $8.99. Steinhoffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. So hurry in and save big, only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row, that had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque, or being the only pickup on Car and Driver's 10 best list. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
During the Ram President's Day event, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $3,750 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Is knee pain disrupting your active lifestyle? Stoughton Health and the Ortho Team Clinic now offer the Conformis Total Knee.
It's designed to fit the shape and contours of your knee, allowing for an easier recovery.
Stoughton Health. Get back to your active lifestyle.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Studying the Holocaust may be mandatory in Wisconsin schools soon. The Senate bill would require the state to incorporate Holocaust and other genocidal studies into social studies. It would require districts to incorporate at least one program in middle school and one in high school.
2/3 of the millennials and Generation X don't know that 6 million people were killed in the Holocaust. They just don't know. This was a survey that pointed that out. My concern was that if we don't have people understand what happened there, as I mentioned before, this atrocity could happen again.
Hitler vilified the Jewish people. He scapegoated the Jewish people, and many of those stereotypes are still prevalent today. We can't go back. We can't repeat this, whether to the Jews or to anybody else.
Well, last year, the Assembly unanimously passed the bill.
DATCAP's Buy Local, Buy Wisconsin grant applications are now available. Wisconsin farmers and businesses looking to grow their presence in local markets are encouraged to apply. There's a total of $300,000 in funding available, and requests can be made for $5,000 to $50,000. Applications are available now through March 26th at datcap.wi.gov. Still ahead at 6, staff at a local hospice care facility grant a resident's final wish to visit the UW-Madison campus. We will follow their trip celebrating her 75th birthday. And beautiful weather today. for tomorrow. Gary will have his full forecast next.
Gruber Law Office made it so much easier for me and my family just to say we can breathe again.
If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
And I thank them truly from the bottom of my heart.
Goldman Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape only for $10,995 or $175 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Additional support provided by Wisconsin Beef Council and E&J Gallo Winery. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit MadisonMagazine.com.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18-month 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
We asked some of our young fans for their best one call, that's all.
One call, that's all. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. 20 years ago, on a farm just south of Eau Claire, a 2-year-old boy died outside in the cold, but came back to tell about it.
I don't have to think of the what ifs. I got what I wanted. I got what I wished for, you know, what I prayed for. Got my boy back, got a second chance.
In the living room. Then he went outside looking for his mom in the barn. The toddler got disoriented in the snow, laid down, and ultimately died of hypothermia. Doctors at Mayo Clinic in Eau Claire warmed Paulie's blood and were able to restart his heart. Our partner station in Minnesota, WCCO, was there to document the story 2 decades ago.
There's so much more to this than medicine. You could have this same scenario 10 more times and maybe never have an outcome like this.
Have I seen this work again? No.
You gotta say to yourself, like, what am I here for? You know what I mean? Like, your life was saved, so what are you gonna do with it? And I guess in a way, I'm still trying to figure that out.
A swollen, smaller left hand and slightly shorter left leg are Paulie's only scars. As he grew up, his parents used to send his report card to Dr. Weichman as a thank you for saving his life.
Staff at Marquardt Home, Health, and Hospice in Watertown took a special trip today with a woman at the end stage of life. Ruth Puchugian touched many lives in this community. They wanted to make sure she felt special today on her birthday. Photojournalist Brian Mesmer has the story.
Take it down nice and easy, sweetheart.
Ruth has Parkinson's, and she's had it now for a number of years. Ruth has done a lot of things in her life. She started out in the community as a teacher, and she went from high school teaching to doing adult education. She was a chaplain. She was a spiritual director. Her last ministry was in the prisons in Wisconsin.
Well, let's go see President Lincoln.
Ruth was offered a last wish, kind of a final wish of where she'd like to go. She decided she wanted to come see the university. She wanted to see go back to where she had lived. And it happens to be her 75th birthday.
For me to give you this t-shirt, don't count the days, make the days count.
Make the days count.
So this is for you.
That's your motto, isn't it?
Do you want to go down to the Union and see the water?
Yes.
It means everything. That she is able to come here and to see things that she wouldn't have gotten to by otherwise. I'm very happy to be part of the Marquardt Hospice. She said, what means the most is they always listen to my feelings.
This was a perfect birthday. Perfect birthday. Yes.
We'd like to wish Ruth a happy birthday. Our thanks to Brian Mesmer for his work on that piece. And Gary, what a great day to be out on campus.
Yeah, finally, temperatures in the 40s. We haven't been that warm in 2 months. You have to go back to the 23rd of December when we were actually in the 50s before you saw temperatures even crack the 40-degree mark. And tonight, on high-resolution radar, there's some light precipitation, mainly in the form of light rain showers that are just moving north of our viewing area into areas around the Fox Valley and Fond du Lac and Oshkosh. Wider radar perspective shows some flurries out to the west. We could see a few sprinkles or flurries overnight, but the bulk of the precipitation will stay up to the north. There are winter weather advisories for parts of north central Wisconsin tonight. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Temperatures will stay above freezing tonight. I'm only looking for a low temperature of about 33. High temperatures tomorrow, not quite as mild as today, but still in the upper 30s. So we won't go below freezing again until sometime late tomorrow evening. So we'll continue Operation Snowmelt at least a little bit through tomorrow. Dry weather is expected through Friday, so pretty quiet weather pattern for the next few days. And then we're looking for some light snow Friday night. Right now I'm thinking maybe an inch or 2 of snow. But over the last 48 hours, you can see our temperatures starting around 30 and ending up in the middle to upper 40s today. And you can see those temperatures dropping off a little bit, but notice the wind chills. They're much more tolerable at temperatures at this level. And over the next 48 hours, we're not going to be up in the 40s, but we'll be in the 30s through much of the day tomorrow. We'll drop below freezing tomorrow night and then be back to around freezing or a little bit above as we head into Thursday. On weather track, the jet stream is flattened out across the country, so the weather systems that are moving through through pretty quickly. They don't have a lot of moisture associated with them, but more importantly, a lot of this air is coming in off the Pacific Ocean and racing across the country, so our temperatures are milder. We're not getting that direct flow right out of Canada and the Arctic region that we had for much of the first 3 weeks of this month. A little closer view here of the central part of the Midwest. You can see the light precipitation, rain, and some light snow to the north of us. That's actually ahead of a low pressure system that'll track through the northern part of the state. A warm front will try to lift northward, but the snow cover here will prevent temperatures from getting too mild before it gets cut off by a cold front to the west. We'll see a wind shift to the northwest tomorrow, and that'll keep temperatures in the upper 30s. If we look at current temperatures, though, they're in the upper 30s to around 40 here. Down to the south, they're in the 60s. A few places were in the 70s today, so finally we're starting to see some signs that spring is showing up, at least on the weather maps around here. For tomorrow, look for skies to start out mostly cloudy. It'll be breezy, but then we'll turn partly sunny in the afternoon. High temperature topping out at 38 degrees. 7 to 10 day forecast, mid-30s for Thursday and Friday with dry weather. Look for some light snow or flurries Friday night. Any flurries ending early on Saturday. A few flurries on Sunday and a chance of light snow on Tuesday into Tuesday night, ending as a few flurries on Wednesday. Otherwise, those temperatures much more tolerable from what we've seen over the first 3 weeks of the month.
All right, Gary, thank you very much, and we'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Thanks for voting All Comfort Services Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2020. And thanks to our entire All Comfort team who's eager to help our customers and provide them with a consistently remarkable experience. All Comfort Services, we're here to make all of your home more comfortable.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the cheeseburger pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's.
Do you suffer from ED? Did you know there could be a way to relieve ED without harmful medications, needles, or surgery? Peak Performance for Men is here to help. Click or call now to treat your ED. And remember, our results make the difference.
This is one of the biggest furniture events of the year, the President's Sale at Slumberland. Come on. Slumberland Furniture has the best prices around on all sorts of furniture. And right now at our President's Sale, everything is an additional 25% off our already low price.
This is totally you.
Yeah, this is the winner. Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
Life has changed over the past year, but what hasn't changed is Meineke continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. Make an appointment now and save $10 on all oil change packages. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help keep you safe on the road.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
All Comfort Services is the area's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical company. Don't forget to nominate All Comfort Services Madison Magazine's Best 2021 Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Company at allcomfortservices.com today.
Hi, folks. All week long, we're highlighting local businesses taking part in Winter Restaurant Week.
Wednesday morning in the 608, we take you inside a one-of-a-kind barbecue experience on Madison's north side.
We'll see you from 4:30 to 7 on News 3 Now this morning.
Golfing legend Tiger Woods is in the hospital in serious condition after a car accident in California. First responders had to work to free him from his mangled vehicle, but he was conscious and talking at the time. His agent says Woods suffered multiple leg injuries and underwent surgery. He was in the area for an annual golf tournament in Pacific Palisades. It's unclear exactly what caused the crash. Officials say there's no immediate evidence that Woods was impaired. Weather was also not a factor.
Actress Shailene Woodley confirms she's engaged to Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. She confirmed the rumors in an interview with Jimmy Fallon that aired last night. She says they've been engaged, quote, for a while. Woodley told Fallon she just knows him as the nerd who wants to host Jeopardy. Back on February 6th, Rodgers said after winning an award at the NFL Honors event that he got engaged, but didn't say who he got engaged to. I can't keep track of this stuff. Just go talk amongst yourselves there.
Yeah, it's just the entertainment report. Let's go to Gary for the latest on our forecast.
Well, some sprinkles, some flurries, mainly found in the northern part of the state. Eventually, a few of these may drift down into southern Wisconsin. So far, any of the precipitation has really been north of the Dells and north of Beaver Dam. Temperatures right now, though, still pretty mild. We're at 40 in Madison, lower 40s to the west, upper 30s to the north and to the east. Temperatures only dropping to around 33 by early tomorrow morning. High tomorrow of 38 degrees. Those temperatures staying in the mid-30s for Thursday and Friday. Some light snow Friday night, and then around 40 on Saturday and mid-30s for much of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.